Welcome to When Life Gets Strange, tips for loving your perfectly imperfect military and everyday life. Let me introduce you to my wife and your host, Maria Strange. We have been married for over 20 years, over 17 years in the Army, and she is the mother to our 6 children, and we are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. As a certified life coach, Maria's goal is to help you thrive and love your perfectly imperfect military and everyday life. Are you ready?
Hello, ladies, and welcome back to episode 25 of When Life Gets Strange. Today, we're wrapping up on talking about suicide for the month of September. And I just want to talk again about how to help a person who is feeling suicidal. That could be yourself, that could be your spouse, a child, a friend, anybody who you come across who is feeling suicidal. There are ways to reach out and to help them. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline has given us some helpful tools to help a person who is feeling suicidal. Step 1 is to ask and listen. Be an active part of your loved one's support system and check in with them often. If they show any signs for suicide, be direct. Now, remember in my interview with Jessica, we talked about you have to be willing to ask the hard questions. You have to ask, are you feeling suicidal? Do you have a plan to hurt yourself? And if the answer is yes, then we need to go on to step 2. We need to get them help. Now, getting them help, you can call the Lifeline. For a veteran crisis line, you can call a chaplain. You can take them to the hospital. There are so many ways to get them help. So please get help. Now, another thing that you need to do is to take care of you. You have to do the little things every day to be feeling at your 100%. So back to the National Suicide Prevention. They say, get them help and take care of yourself. One of the things to do to help them to get help is to listen and to show respect for what they are feeling. Allow them to share whatever is going on for them and respond with something like, oh, I'm so sorry you're in so much pain. What can I do? And be ready to, when they give you an idea of something you can do to help, if you can say yes, do it. When they are ready, help them to build a safety plan. If you don't know what a safety plan is, it is a step-by-step guide for when the person is feeling depressed, suicidal, or in a crisis, where they can start and they can take one step and continue into the next step until they feel safe. In my work with military wives, I work with a lot who feel a lot of overwhelmed, especially with demands of life, their husband being gone, working long hours, deployments. And so what I teach them to do is to focus in, to focus on the very next thing they need to do. And sometimes that's as simple as, I need to sit up in my bed and get dressed. I need to say my prayers. I need to wash my face. I need to brush my teeth. Sometimes their mental health is in a state, or the overwhelm isn't so overbearing that they're able to plan out their whole day. That's kind of where I'm at. I plan my week. I have a general idea of what my week is going to be like. And then I go through and I plan, today, these are the things that I need to do. And I'm able to do that. The idea is to focus in until you feel like you are in control. The last thing that we want to do when somebody is feeling suicidal is to be there for them, to not judge them, to let them know that everybody has hard days and that their feelings are not going to be the same today, tomorrow, yesterday, next week. They're going to change, and everyone deals differently with pain. One of the best things we can do is acts of kindness for our soldiers, for our friends. I know when I've had a couple of people bring over, they brought me a plant, or I love ice cream. My friend brought me a half gallon of ice cream, and it spoke to my heart. It just made me feel loved and aware, and somebody was looking out for me. They were aware that maybe I was having a rough day or something was going on in my life that's kind of hard, and that I can sometimes feel down. Everybody is going to feel depression at times. They're going to have dark spots and they're going to have light spots, and recognizing that and being there for our friends, being there for our spouse, for our children is one of the most valuable things we can do. If you're struggling, if somebody you know is struggling, reach out, ask for help. There are so many people out there waiting to help you. In the military, we have chaplains, we have our chain of command, there's mental health. You can go to the emergency room. There's military one source. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to a therapist. You can reach out to another life coach. Whoever you feel comfortable talking with, find somebody. If somebody confides in you that they are feeling suicidal, help them to find somebody to talk to. Help them come up with an action plan. Remember, you are not alone. I hope that you have found these podcasts on suicide awareness to be beneficial, that you'll be more aware of what is going on around you. And if you feel called to it, do some suicide awareness training, suicide prevention. I know that the training that I've had over the years as a military spouse has greatly impacted my life and the lives of those around me, as I knew how to ask the hard questions. I knew how to help them implement a safety plan. I've been able to help friends who are struggling, whose spouse is struggling, as we heard in Jessica's interview, that having somebody to talk to share those struggles with, as the spouse of somebody or the mother of somebody who is dealing with suicide ideation, is just as important as getting the person who struggles help. So if you ever need anything, my inbox is open. I'm here. I would love to chat, and we'll see you next week. Bye.